Hello, all my little weirdos, and welcome to Witchy Wednesdays, where each week we dust off our brooms and take off into the history of a legendary wicked witch. So we've all heard of the Salem Witch Trials. Very popular time, but do you know the name of the woman who kickstarted the whole In My Witch Era movement? Her name is really fun to say and it just rolls right off the tongue. So enters the scene, Tituba. Hey girl. Tituba was captured as a young girl from South America and sold into slavery in Barbados. Her enslaver's name was Reverend Samuel Parris, who eventually moved his family from Barbados to Salem because the sugar farm that he inherited, he ran it right to the ground and just decided to hightail it out of there. So that's how they ended up in Salem. And Tituba was brought into the home as a servant. So she did the cooking, the cleaning, and she was a nanny to the children while the parents were away on business. And back then, away on business was they got on a ship and it could have been months before they returned. And those said children were the reason she was accused because those little shits did her so dirty. Paris's 9-year-old daughter and 11-year-old niece suffered from quote-unquote spontaneous fits, and the doc who came to examine them diagnosed both of them as being bewitched. And their little fingers were quickly pointed at Tituba, claiming she let them assist her with making a witch cake and participated in her voodoo. So basically, the little twats started acting a fool, and when they were confronted about it, they threw their poor nanny under the bus and ran her over. And at the time, Salem was riddled with disputes among the villagers. Everybody was yelling at everybody. Everybody was fighting everybody. I'm going to sue you. Really just a bunch of Karens running around. So when it came time for Tituba's trial, she did confess to being a witch, but she was not going to go down alone. She confessed that a couple of Salemers, Sarah Osborne and Sarah Good, because it's always a Sarah, bullied her into participating in their witchy crew. And it does make her sound bad, I know, but it has been said that Tituba confessed first after being bullied. Actually, she was beaten into it by Reverend Samuel Parris. So old girl confessed, and after she repented for her sins, the jury was like, well, she said she was sorry, and we don't really have that much evidence, and decided not to indict her. So good for her. And after she was found not guilty, she recanted her confession and told the magistrate that she lied to save her life from Reverend Parris. So basically, Parris beat her and made her fib so he can cover up the fact that his daughter and niece are a couple of brats. So that's that. Tituba spent a total of 13 months in prison between the years 1692 and 1693, simply because Reverend Parris refused to post her bail, so she had no choice but to sit in jail. But that was until an unknown man purchased her from Reverend Parris, and they rode off into the sunset together. Did they really? I don't know. Nobody really knows what they did after she was released from jail or where they went. She basically fell off the face of the earth and disappeared from history records. So to me, it's a true Alfred Hitchcock open-ended ending. So I choose to believe that they rode off into the sunset and had a happy life after that. So that is the story of Tituba. She was the first woman to be accused in the Salem Witch Trials, and she is definitely not the last one. So if you have any other Salem witches or any other witches in general that you would like me to do an episode on, I am so down to get down and dirty and do the research and tell y'all all about it. So drop a comment below and let me know. Until next time, bye.